Hey everybody, we're back here again. Welcome to Swamp Donkey Garden, where we do a lot of gardening, a little DIYing, some repurposing, and we're gonna have a whole lot of fun. Yeah, I hope you can join me along today for the video that we got going on and what we got going on. We got a whole lot of stuff. We have more life. We have more. Our basil plants, our basil seeds have come up. What else are we going to go over today? We're going to go over our compost pile. Well, earlier today we were outside and we went through the that's how I have naturally fertilized the garden. And we went down to the compost pile, and like I said, that's an ongoing process. And I guess to talk a little bit about that, we'll get to that. I got a couple common questions that I hear. I'm not specifically asked towards me, but I hear a lot of people, and I have a couple tips also. We got a ton of seeds planted. We'll go through that. We'll showcase all that, but yeah, hope you enjoy. And right off the bat here, I guess we could just like, share, and don't be afraid to subscribe. That would help out my channel a tremendous amount, tremendously. So let's go. Let's get into it today. I got this little. I did. I did a ton of seeds today. I planted a bunch of seeds today, and I got this. Looks like it's just a stick, but I mean it's like a chopstick. It's actually for a stuffing stuffed animals. I found it down on her craft stuff, so hope she don't miss it. I don't think she's making any stuffed animals soon. So, but yeah, it's got a little tapered end here. This end's a little tapered, and this end's just rounded. But it's got a couple little marks on there, and I don't know if it's for planting. Let's see here. You see them little marks? It's got the two little marks there, and I think this top one here is about an inch. But it was nice because you could, bloop, 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 just go along and poke your holes and bring along, come back to your seeds. But I thought that was kind of cool. And as I was cruising around the yard today, I guess we'll get to tip number one. Oh, another thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be making newspaper pots. I'll show you. You can put anything in them. Like I said before, your plant doesn't, as long as it gets good correct drainage, has the soil, the light, the seed. The plant doesn't care what it goes in. So, but we'll get into that. Our soil, like I showed earlier, our soil tests are done. We have our. Let's see if we can't move out of the way. I guess you can. I can't see it. It's over there on the floor, but I'll bring it over. That's our soil test from. I already put the one from the. And I just put them both in newspaper, roll them up. You see our soil in there. This one's from the yard. We'll get this taken care of and get it out of the way so we can get her mailed and put our postage on it. And I'll show you that right off the bat, and we'll get right into that. Yeah, again, $3.98. This is the bag you get from your county office. Like I said, our local one was nice enough. Her name was Jerry. She dropped them off right at the house. And like I said, it goes to, I don't know if you can see that, goes to the Penn State University, in-state college, Pennsylvania. They do the University Park. I guess that's the road. But yeah, that's where they do that. And I just, like I said, our dirt's dried. It's crumbly. It's let's see if we can't go down a little bit here. There you go. I'll just come down in. But yeah, our dirt. They were running out of room in our grow room here. We got, like I said, I think I planted 365 total seed cells. A lot. But yeah, our dirt. Going to our dirt. I just, like I said, you don't want to get any other contaminants in it. So I haven't opened the bag. This is the first time I opened the bag. And I'll just kind of roll this up, fold it in the back. I'll tell you, newspaper is really useful. You can use newspaper for a lot of things. Let's see if I can't not dump it all over. Got more pieces in there. So we got our, I measured it out earlier, we got approximately a cup, maybe a little more, a little less. It doesn't, I mean, you have to have at least a cup, you know. So we'll go in, we got serial number 34153. The other one was 34152. We'll take our, we filled out our paper. I showed you how to do that yesterday. We got our paper all filled out. We're on the green copy. We take our green copy and put it in the envelope. That easy. Take our bag. Make sure she's sealed up good. You don't want it to flop around in there. Like I said, try not to get any other, you know, as much as you can, contaminants in it. And it's got a little silver strip here, chrome, and it has a thing on the back, kind of like your hunting license. That's what it reminded me of. Your hunting license. That's what it reminds me of. It says complete the soil test information, which is on the first page. Place your soil in the soil bag. Put it in there. Both information and make sure you got your green copy, or whichever one you would use. I mean, that's for your home gardening. So for home gardening, you know, we got that. Throw some postage on it. Make sure you got both of them in there. Seal her up. Seal. Now put my return address there. Which I got this one here. That one's done already. So we'll get to them later on tonight, and we'll get them out in the mail. Mail tomorrow. Let's go here. Whoops. Let's go up a little bit. Yeah. File it. So yeah. So that's our completion of our soil test. It was just that simple. I mean, it's just that simple. And then you get, when it comes back, they tell you exactly what your soil is, exactly what you'll need to amend your soil. Simple as that. Get healthy soil, healthy plants, lots of veg. So let's, I guess, next we'll get to tip number 1. We got your, like I said before, plants don't mind what they're in. They don't mind what it looks like. It could be an old rusty, I mean, you don't want to grow in an old rusty tin, but you can. I mean, you absolutely can, as long as you've got some holes in the bottom and it's permeable, or, whichever. You can grow it in anything. I guess we'll get to the first one. The first one, I guess the one I've been talking about, is just newspaper. Just newspaper pot. It's about, I don't know, 2-3 inches. So how I do it is I get a hunk of newspaper, and you don't need anything, any scissors. You don't need scissors. This is what I use. You can use a can, a bottle. It really doesn't matter. So I'll take it. Now it's already folded there. I'll just tearing it down the middle. Then I'll take 1/2 and I'll fold it over. And I'll fold it back over on the same fold, just so much easier to rip newspaper. And my wife works for the newspaper, so I get their old newspapers pretty readily. And then I guess I'll give another tip. Newspaper can be used in your garden. You don't want the shiny. I mean, this ink probably isn't real great for it, but it's not going to hurt nothing. But you don't want the shiny, like the sales papers, or the shiny, because that's no good. It's too many dyes and inks and too much junk in there. So okay. So we started off with 1/2. We split that in half, and then I take that. Let's drop this down again. Can't see what the heck I'm doing. And there's no tools other than this in your hands. And take it and just. And it doesn't really matter how tight. You can just go right around your thing. But I usually pull it up about, I don't know. You can kind of spin it around in there. You can feel it unloosening. I'll pull it up, let's say about 2 inches. I'll leave a 2-inch little gap there. Take it on one side, fold it, take it on something hard. Just kind of smush it down. You can wet it a little bit, so it sticks. That's, what I mean, that's totally up to you. We can spray some brown water on it. Brown water. It doesn't, like I said, it's not rocket science. Then I just take it by where the fold is, and I'll fold that over, and I'll just work around. If you can keep that fold down in there, absolutely. And you can make it whatever you want. I mean, if you want kids want to color crayons on the outside, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be newspaper. It can be construction paper. Like I said, as long as it's not a shiny paper. And you can make it as small or as large as you want. And take it. Sorry, I got a pile of newspaper laying there. Take your dirt. We'll plant an onion in this one, huh? And press it down in there a little bit. Get your fluffy top. It doesn't have to be, like I said, you can throw a hunk of tape on the bottom, a hunk of masking tape, or probably not want to use it. Like I don't put anything on it. I really don't. Let me go in there and got my Chinese chopstick. Confucius say, and I put my little hole in there, and we'll go over here and just for an example, we'll grab a Walla Walla onion seed. Let's see if we can't showcase it a little bit. Oops, got that right. They got a coating on there that's like a red food coloring, and I believe it's perlite, so it just kind of dissipates. You can see on the back side it was sitting in the soil here. Boop. Lost it. That's pretty nice. You can just pick it up because it's red. Plop it down in there. A little more soil on top. Throw some water to it. You can label it. Oops, you can't label it with that unless you're eating Chinese. You can label it. What? Let's go with this one. Onion, Walla Walla. 1. And I got a bunch of other ones made. I'll just maybe do some later. You know what I mean? Oh, just like I said, example. Very easy, very simple, inexpensive, and it's all biodegradable. Up a little bit. Oh yeah, it's all biodegradable. So you can use a water bottle. I usually just take blow it, you can take a water bottle, get your razor blade or scissors, and I mean, you can also get a Tupperware dish. You know, as you can cut this as deep as you want it, so it's you can put a lid over it or another Tupperware dish for use it as your dome. Water it at the bottom. I like to take my scissors and poke some holes in the bottom. They're pretty pliable. Doesn't have to be nothing special. Blow it. You can beat it around. You can try not to smash it, I guess, like I did. But then you go and you don't with this. I'm just cutting her around, and you can get the lid. I don't have the lid. I don't know where the lid went. Fill her up with dirt. And these little things you can use for herbs. You can set them on windowsills. You can. You don't have to have lights. You don't have to have lights to grow. I mean, you really don't. You don't have to. Like I said before, you don't have to have the most expensive. It's nice to have most expensive, but you don't have to. I mean, use the power of the sun. It's natural. It's from the earth. It's for me and you. Yeah. Go like that. I guess you don't want to put that much dirt in there. You want to go like that. You give your little hole in there. Like I said, I like this thing. I use that a lot. And put your seed in there, put your water in there. Look at, you got your own little portable greenhouse. Pretty neat, huh? Very easy. DIY. Number 2 little tips. Moving right along here. Whoa, got stuff flying all around. Get a drink of coffee. Elk's life. Excuse me. So we got that taken care of. Excuse me, I think Buds is here somewhere. Let's look around for Mr. Buds. Mr. Boy? Oh yeah, he's right there. Hiding. Boy? Boy? You sleeping? Mr. Buds. Hey, pal. Hey. Yeah, that's my best friend right there. You know, everywhere I go, he goes. So yeah, moving on here. Like I said before, yesterday all our tomatoes are all of them, all the brandywines, and all the aromas we planted. Here we got Walla Walla onions. As you can notice, you can see the seeds in there. I just left these in here. I didn't want to finish them. I just wanted to kind of go over how I would plant my onions. I mean, this is a 72 cell seed tray, and I just take them and stick them down. I want to say about a ½ inch, let's say, and just go around. Boop, 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 boop. And I had enough to where I can do 3 in each. Onions, you don't really need I mean, usually most of the time I've done onions outside. This is the first time I've ever done onions inside. I've done chives and stuff like that, but these are the Walla Walla onions, and I guess I can do it while I'm going. I was on Google a little while ago actually, and Walla Walla onions were from a French soldier. French soldier back in the 1800s found it, a sweet onion seed. His name was Peter Pierre. But I guess that's who invented it. Not invented it, but Mother Nature invented it. But it's kind of like on the order of a Vidalia onion. It's a sweet onion. I'm kind of excited to get them growing. I grew Vidalias last year and they turned out really well. Plus, I sold. That was one of the big sellers at my fruit stand was Vidalia onions. So yeah, there's a little. We're just full of tips today, aren't we? Tip for you, tip for you, Mr. Buds. Tip for everybody. But I hope everybody's enjoying their day. It was a beautiful day today. It's about 6:30 right now. It was, I think at 11 o'clock it was 54 degrees. Now it's like 64. Yeah, it's sunny. Like, well, as you seen earlier, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Beautiful day. Talked to my daughter today. She was turned 21. Oh, and you know what? I gotta stop. I gotta stop right here, and I gotta say happy birthday to my brother Dave. He is old, like old. He's 54, but hey, happy birthday, brother. I love you. Don't get any older. Let's not have any more birthdays from here on out. We'll just cancel them. So, but yeah, I had to get that shout out there. Happy birthday, brother Dave. And his wife's birthday was last week. They went to somewhere in Knox and had a shindig. We were busy renovating, so we didn't get to go down. Talked to my mom. They said they had a heck of a good tootin' time. So yeah, that's dang near done there. I'm gonna knock it on the dirt a little, or knock it on the table a little bit. And get some more dirt here, and we'll finish that off. That'll be done. I already watered it, pre-watered it. Like I said, we'll go over some. Yeah. I thought I would make more of a mess than I did. I really didn't. I mean, a little bit on the sides here and there. It was pretty decent though. But there's our onions. Go from this end. Bring some dirt. You know, going through here and make sure there's none that are shallow. And I'm not, you notice I'm not pressing down. Not pressing down, I'm just leaving it loose. So later on, if we take these or sell them, or you know what I mean, we can cut them right out of there, or if we plant them, which I believe we're gonna plant most of them. I don't know, we'll see. I will try to get rid of them at the fruit stand. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is full of water, and I don't know if you can see here. Let's back it up. Nope, not gonna be able to. It's gonna be all wet. There's a little line in the inside. Let's pick it up here. Not as dump water everywhere, but like where the stick is here, there's probably a line. Yeah, probably about maybe a half inch. It's a water line. It shows you what, you know, how and what. And I did label it. And I labeled everything in my Walla Walla onions. Walla Walla. Yeah, we can slide that over there. So that is about, I would say about 3 hours of planting. I've been up here. I mean, on and off planting, having a good old time, me and buds. So we got the. Ooh, I got a darn pile of stuff there. Give me 1 second and I'll be right over. You know what? Let's go with me. How about you just come with me? I got you wedged in there. Woo! So let's just do this. Look at all of our. We got. This is what. This is 12, but everything that we did. Oh, this is a 24. So these are all. This looks like a smaller tray, but it's not. It's our Caspin Pinks. That's what I'm gonna do for my seed challenge. I'm gonna do them ones. Then next back is, what do we got here? Let's see. These are hot bananas. Blazing hot. These ones over here are, these are our mortgage lifter tomatoes. This third one back here is pepperoncinis. This one here. This one here is, and these small things here, the small cells here, they I double them up. So it only takes 12 seeds, but I did 24 in each. So, but that's most of the seeds that I got. Like in the tomatoes, we only got 25 seeds. So, and that one is. Oh, them are our jalapenos. These are our Amish paste tomatoes. And like I said, I doubled them up, so there's 24 of them plants in there. And then these ones are our small pear tomatoes. They're kind of like they look like a pear, but they're just tomatoes. They're yellow. They're real sweet. And then I did half and half on this 72 cell. Here I did this half basil. That's our purple basil. And then this half is our Rutgers tomatoes. Rutgers is a pretty tough football team, I tell you. And then over here are our big dipper peppers. They're a sweet pepper. Oh, I met that boy. What's he doing? He's a private investigator. He's like Magnum PI and Kojak all wrapped in one. Oh boy. Let's put you back over here. Got that taken care of. So yeah, I hope some people are going to participate in the single seed challenge. That would be kind of neat. But like I said, if they don't, I'm going all out. As you can see, I'm how would you say it? Tennis balls to the wall. So yeah, we got that part taken care of. Let's put this. I have to put my desk back together here. Like I said, we're running out of. Not that far down. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? How about today? Hey. I kept saying that all day when I was throwing that hay around out there. Hey, hey. People driving by probably thought I was goofy. Well, let's check this out. Our sweet basil. You can see them down in there. Look at, they're just popping up. Now on these I did rows. I did like a row. I think 5 different rows. And then we'll just leave them go right in that pot. That'll be fine. That's huge enough. And then we got some other ones in here that are in some 4 flats. Some 4-hole flat cells. And that's all Hello, little fellas. Hello, Diane. No. So yeah, that's like I said. That's things are coming to life. It's. I love this part of the year. I mean, I like the summer the most. I like the heat. I enjoy the heat. I'm a heat type of person. Bring on the humidity. I don't mind it. Um, yeah, but this time of the year is everything's coming back to life. I mean, everything from your soil to your grass. I mean, Carrie just mentioned the other day. She said, "You notice how green the grass is getting?" And, over the past, we had rain and it was nice and rain. I mean, it did get cold some nights, but nothing real crazy. You know, so, but I guess to talk about the here we are reiterating again. To talk about the compost pile, yeah, my compost pile. I a lot. People do. There's so many different ways you can do your compost pile. So whichever way you do your compost pile, whatever works for you. Whatever situation you're in or wherever you're at. If you have a spot, if you don't have a spot, you can always buy it. But worm castings are always a good thing. If you don't have compost, that's to amend your soil a little bit. But the compost is it needs nitrogen. It strives on the whole pile strives on nitrogen because that's what it needs to break everything down, the nitrogen, and in turn your plants also need nitrogen. So they're kind of worked against each other, but too much nitrogen can hurt. So I guess that's just telling you just a little hint that the nitrogen, that's what the nitrogen does. Well, like for example, my compost pile, I don't do anything with it because in the winter it gets too cold. It freezes. It's just I mean if I covered it, it's still gonna freeze. It's not gonna benefit. So I just leave it as it is, and I turn it once the ground starts freezing, and I use it. I use it just like that. Whew, it's warm up here. It's getting hot. But that's good. That's a good environment. Like I said, yesterday I was going to work on my grow room, but it didn't. I didn't get time. Okay, I guess back to the one more tip, and this is a pretty good one. I learned this one a long time ago, and I did learn it. I learned it from my mom. My mom Avis. She's I wish I could get her out gardening because she has a green thumb. She knows what's going on. And like for moles or voles, if you have a problem, I mean, you're walking around your yard and you see those little dirt mounds, where they're going through, they just go under the ground about that far. They go down and burrow, but when they're traveling, they only go down about that far, but you see that. So you go and to your local candy store. Remember them? Candy stores, they were awesome. But you get juicy fruit or any kind of fruity gum. It works, and it's not. I mean, you're taking care of the animal. It comes by and it thinks it's food, so it eats it, and then it tries to digest it. It doesn't happen. He passes. Your moles are gone. But it works every single time. I've never had a problem with moles because I have this trick. Juicy fruit gum. I'm telling you, it works every single time. Like I said, I've never had a mole problem. I always see my mom like when we were younger, which I didn't really care about gardening when I was younger. I was too busy riding motocross or whatever. Hold on. Hey, we're back. That was my honey. I should have let her come on video, but She just got her hair done, and boy, does she look beautiful. Yummy, yummy. But back to the juicy fruit gum. I'm telling you, that's a great tip. Let's reiterate again. So I just wanted to go through and show you. Show you. I just want to not wreck that. That's all we need. But yeah, I guess we're just going to go back. You know, I have some of the. Here's our little cherry, the pear tomatoes, the ones I planted over there today. We got the hot jalapenos. What are them ones again? Oh, them are the pepperoncinis. I can't wait for these. These are great to pickle. Like you can get with your pizza or whatever. But I like pickling these. I don't know if I said before I do a lot of, at the end of the year I do a lot of canning. Last year I really did a lot of canning of sauce and peppers and relishes and all sorts of stuff. I mean, with the vegetable stand we had buku vegetables, so we really prevailed from that. And then we sold some of that stuff too, and we also gave a bunch of it away. But back to, like I said, we did do our Amish paste tomatoes, our mortgage lifters. We're gonna lift our mortgage. The big dippers. Remember sweet peppers? They're produces a large, stocky, blocky fruit 5 by side. Most fully lobed. Harvest about 73 days. And then we got our blazing hots, peppers, and then we got this is what we're doing for remember, single seed challenge. Don't be afraid. I know I'm going a little long here, but I'm giving you 40. The pink, the caps and pinks, and then we got these tough tomatoes, Ruckers. But yeah, we're gonna try those. That's the ones we have planted with our purple basil. We got them all planted together. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, I just wanted to show you what we planted. We planted a boatload. So we got our soil taken care of. That'll be shipped out tomorrow, mailed out tomorrow. We're gonna put it on a ship. Meep, meep. All, like I said, our plants are doing, our seedlings that we planted on the 25th of March. They're doing great. We went over how to make a pot, how to make your own little greenhouse, like your window seal pot. We got all our stuff planted. We got a couple minutes here. I guess I want to go back to what I was saying yesterday about I rewatched the video and I talking about failure and you're gonna fail. I didn't mean to come off kind of that way. But it's just the reality of gardening. Not all your stuff's gonna make it. And you can't predict Mother Nature. You can't predict the weather. You can't predict frost. There's so many variables. But like I guess my point behind it was, don't be afraid to pick yourself back up at anything you do. Don't be afraid to pick yourself up and put your pants back on. Keep on going. Like I said before, I've failed a lot. I failed a lot at gardening. I failed a lot at a lot of things. But I guess the day and age, you just gotta kind of take it as it is and go from there. So we got your tips, and like I said, remember, juicy fruit gum for your voles and moles. That'll get rid of them. They won't be able to go poop. But so I guess with that, we're gonna kind of wrap her up until tomorrow. I'll get up tomorrow morning and do some more stuff. And so here from Swamp Donkey Gardens, we'll get at you. We'll see you tomorrow.